Hey YouTube, this is Lashawn Wiley with the Science of Managing, and today's episode is the science of managing a successful budget. Um, I picked this up from a request from one of my subscribers. Subscriber this to that wanted me to go over some information on basically how to get ahead budgeting um, the money that you get basically from your income and making it really work for you, making it stretch, making it uh, basically taking you in a direction to where you're not living check to check anymore. According to a study performed by Charles Schwab, it's an investment company, um, 60% of Americans right now live check to check. And in some areas, and I want to say in some communities, it would have to at least be up to 75%. I'm pretty sure it's more than 60%. But even 60% is a really high number. So if you watch these three videos, you'll understand how to get out of that cycle of check to check. Um, you can never really get ahead if you're living check to check. Um, and like I said, we're going to go over some great material. This is a 3-part video. So go ahead and grab a piece of paper right now so that you can take plenty of notes. I am going to give you guys a ton of absolutely 100% free information that you'll be able to apply and use as soon as you're done watching this video. Let's get right into it. So part one, we are going to focus on financial needs analysis. All right, now when I was a financial services professional and I would perform financial needs analysis for customers, I would not charge my customers to do it, but I know that there were investment companies and financial advisors who would charge $300-$400 to perform their financial needs analysis. I am going to give you guys the tools to do your own financial needs analysis, and you should do these at least once a year, or adjust it as you come across a major financial change in your life. Like you get a raise, you lose your job, you switch jobs and get a pay increase, whatever it is, you get a new source of income. If something changes dramatically in your finances, you want to do a new financial needs analysis. I perform one on myself and my own family situation, one every 4 months or so, because I like to keep mine updated. So what is a financial needs analysis? A financial needs analysis is basically a form that breaks down your debt, your monthly expenses, and your income so that you understand exactly where your money is going. Okay. I went ahead and listed a lot of things you want to remember when you list out your debts. That way I can kind of spark some ideas and make sure you're not leaving anything out. And when I'm talking about debt, I'm talking about the amount of money you owe, the sum of money you owe on a particular item. Let me break that down a little bit closer. Now, for example, a car. You may have a car note, but I'm not talking about the car note you pay every month. I'm talking about the amount that you owe, the total that you owe on that car. Same thing with house, credit card, layaway, rental center, loan, installment loans, etc. Student loans. I want to know how much you owe, the grand total that you owe on whatever it is. So you may actually have to go onto your web accounts to find out how much you actually owe. Look at your statements that you get in the mail. Call your company. If it's a car company, call them directly and ask them, I want to know what my balance is. How much do I owe on this car? How much do I have left over? Or you could just simply ask, what is the payoff for this particular item? And they'll let you know exactly how much you owe. Okay. Now, after debt is monthly expenses. Monthly expenses is where you're going to actually go over how much that car note is or how much you spend on that particular item each month. Okay. And I came up with a list of everything you're going to want to include when it comes to monthly expenses so that you don't leave anything out accidentally. Okay. And if I leave anything out, just go ahead and add it onto your list. So you want to make sure you include whatever you pay on rent, your car note, your car insurance, your life insurance, your health insurance, your medications, donations to the church. I know a lot of people give 10% when they pay their tithes. So you want to include those. You want to include gym membership or any type of membership that you participate in. It could be Zumba class, whatever it is. If you pay it monthly, it needs to go on this list. PlayStation Network or Xbox subscription needs to go on here. Netflix or Hulu or whatever streaming service you might use, Vudu, all of that needs to be included on this list. Entertainment, and that would include going out to restaurants, going out to Six Flags Magic Mountain, going out to what's the name of that place? Disneyland. That's what I'm thinking. Going out to Disneyland, any of these things that you would do frequently or enough to where you will say it happens frequently enough, it needs to go on this list. Okay, your light bill, your gas bill, your garbage collection bill. If you have those, put them on the list. The gas that you put into your car, average it out, how much you spend each month, put it on your list. Bank fees. I know there are some people who spend so much money on bank fees. Right now, banks are offering free accounts, so you shouldn't really be paying bank fees. And if you're going over on your account and having those expensive overdraft fees, you need to cut that out. But if you're doing it frequently enough to where it's happening once a month, you need to put that on this list. Child support. How much you spend on food each month when you go grocery shopping. Eating out, when you go out to Red Lobster, you go out to Chili's, that needs to be included as well. Your cell phone bill, OnStar car service or some type of internet streaming service, anything like that, house alarm systems, all of that needs to be on the list. Your internet service, your household supplies, your pet care, school tuition, and that includes school tuition for you or a family member who you are paying for. It could be a child that you're paying a school tuition for. If that's the case, it needs to go on the list. Basically any money that comes out of your household each month needs to go on this list, okay? All right, so monthly income. Now, right now, this may not be a super long list because you may only have one main source of income, and that could be your job, which is totally okay. That's fine. But you need to make a list including all of your monthly incomes. That would include your job income, child support, SSI, food stamps, any type of government assistance, unemployment, side hustle. And that side hustle could be anything like mowing lawns or walking dogs or babysitting a neighbor's kid, anything like that. But all of that would be your side hustle. Include the money you get from that on a monthly basis. Rent collected. If you have a roommate or you rent out a room, that will count under rent collected. Or if you have any type of rentals, if you have a duplex and you're renting out the other side, that would be included in rent collection in monthly income, etc. So basically count all of the money that come in. Don't miss anything, because the next step, and we're concluding this portion of part 1. Once we get into part 2, I'm going to tell you what to do with all of that information. So take the necessary time to document all of this information. Will it take a little time to do that? Yes. But ask yourself, is getting your finances in order worth spending 10, 15, 20 minutes to make this list out? If it takes you even an hour, who cares? Is that hour worth getting your finances together? I believe it is. Go ahead and spend the necessary time to go ahead and jot down all of your debt, make the calls that you have to make to get all the accurate information, make your monthly expense list. If you have to guesstimate because you're not sure about some of the items, guesstimate on the high side. Do not guesstimate on the low side. I would rather you overshoot than undershoot. Okay? Go ahead and get all that information and tune in to part 2, which is short to follow this video. You guys be good and succeed in life, please. Succeed in life, please. No excuses. Don't let anything stop you guys from succeeding. I don't care if it's a relative, a friend, or any naysayer that you hang around. Exclude them, move them out the way, and succeed in life. No excuses. You guys be good, and thank you for tuning in. Please be sure to tune in my second video. Thank you.